Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today, and welcome to this educational presentation where today we're going to be talking about supercharged candlestick trading. Now, I venture to say that the majority of you have at least tried trading with candlesticks or are currently trading with candlesticks. But probably one of the most things I get mentioned to me from new students and prospective students is that they're not seeing the type of the results that they were promised trading with candlesticks. For example, let's look at this chart right here. Here's a chart in CEG. Now, most traders would look at this and say, well, there's a current uptrend happening, a short-term uptrend. And the way we're taught to trade candlesticks, the conventional way, is to look for some type of reversal, right? If the trend has been going down, we look for a buying opportunity. If the trend has been going up, we look for a selling opportunity. Well, here's the difference. What we're going to be teaching you today is that actually at the very top of that trend, this technique I'll be sharing with you actually generated a buy signal. And you could have taken advantage of a 57-point gain in the next month coming into this month, March. Now, if you've missed that, the strategy and this technique I'm going to be sharing with you actually generated another chance for you to get in. So this is what we're going to be discussing today. I'm going to share with you a supercharged candlestick trading method that I really think will elevate your trading. I know a lot of students say, well, Steve, I haven't been trading long enough, or I really don't know a lot about candles, or I'm not that skilled as a trader. I don't have enough experience. That's okay, because everything I'll be sharing with you today is one click away on our platform, the BTS Primo charting platform, that actually teaches you how to trade supercharged candlestick trading. So welcome once again to this educational presentation. My name is Steven Primo. I am the president and founder of Specialist Trading. If you're new to my webinars, we are all about focusing on one thing, and that's education. Now, the reason I feel this is because I've been trading now for nearly 5 decades, 47 years. I started my career on the floor of the Pacific Stock Exchange. I was on the floor for 16 years, and 9 of those years I was a specialist. Specialist is just someone who made markets, who specialized in making markets, roughly in about 50 or 60 stocks. So I did that during the crash of 1987 and the bull market that followed. So in my experience of being on the floor and then managing money once I left the floor in the mid-90s and then teaching, there's one thing that I've noticed and that really separates those traders that are consistent from those that are not able to really manage their money and make any actual successful gains. And that's really education. You see, what most traders do when they're having a difficult time trading is they rely on someone or something else to make their trading decisions for them. Now think about it. How do you make your own trading decisions? Do you go to read a daily blog every day to find out what they like or what they don't like? Do you wait for the earnings or the employment numbers to come out to tell you whether you should be a buyer or a seller? Do you listen to some guy on TV or in a chat room tell you what to buy or what to sell? This is the way most traders make their trading decisions. And in my opinion, this is why most traders fail. Why? Because you're taking yourself out of the game. When you rely on someone or something else to make your trading decisions for you, you're basically saying, I don't know what to do. I don't have enough experience. I don't have enough knowledge, so I'll let you do it for me. And that's really sad because that's why most traders fail. So the purpose that we have with Specialist Trading is providing you with education and then working with you so that you can only ultimately get to the point where you make your own trading decisions. In my opinion, in my nearly 5 decades of trading, this is the only way you will become a consistent trader, not by relying on anyone or anything else, but by making your own trading decisions. And you'll see that detail and education in today's presentation. Now, before we begin, as always, we are required to share this with you, so please take a moment to view our disclaimer. I'm going to show you a lot of performance results in today's educational presentation, but please remember that we can in no way guarantee that any of the results I'm about to share with you will be repeated in the future. And also, since we are first and foremost an educational company, all examples are strictly for educational purposes only. Now, another way to get free education on a daily basis is to follow us on Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it. Every day I post anywhere from 5 to 7 different snapshots and examples of signals that our strategies and methods have generated, to also little bits of financial wisdom. So there's lots of great free education on a daily basis. Please feel free to follow us on Twitter. You may want to copy down our handle right there. Now, remember, if you've come here today thinking that I'm going to tell you what the market's going to do, what my opinion is, or what I think the best stock is to buy, or what the best stock is to sell, or what I think the best time frame is to trade, remember, that goes entirely against our philosophy of educating. What we want to do is give you the information so that you can decide. You see, the one question we feel a trader should never ask is, what do you think of the markets? What do you think? Once again, you're telling the markets, I don't know what to do, and so why don't you decide for me? So my goal as an educator is not to force feed you signals and tell you what to buy or sell, but to teach you how to trade with a specialist edge. This is the same edge that was taught to me, I would reckon, almost nearly 5 decades ago, and what has sustained me for that amount of time. Hopefully, I can do the same for you, okay? Now, this is going to be a fairly, not long, but detailed presentation today. I have a lot of slides to share with you. So please, if you have any questions, please wait till the end to ask them. I promise I will get to each and every one. Also, the first question that most traders ask is this being recorded? If I have to leave early or if I'm having technical issues? Yes, don't worry, this is being recorded. So each and every one of you will get a link to this recording sent after the presentation so you can watch it at your own leisure, okay? So remember, once again, if you have any questions, please wait till the end of the presentation and you will all be getting a link to this recording. With that stated, let's begin today's educational presentation. All right, we're going to be talking about supercharged candlestick trading. But how do we achieve this supercharged candlestick trading? Because remember, most of the time we're not seeing the type of results, myself included. When I first started trading with candles, and this was in the 80s, I just didn't see the type of results I wanted. Sure, every once in a while I'd get a really nice setup, but then most of the time it just didn't work out to my favor. Well, first thing we want to start off is with our premier candlestick strategy number 5. So let me give you some of the highlights of this particular method. It's, as I just stated, our premier candlestick strategy. It's a non-traditional continuation method. And I'll go into detail in just a few moments and share with you what that is. The beauty of strategy number 5 is you can apply it to any market, any time frame, and in any direction. Now, if you become a student in the strategy number 5 course, we require that all of our students first paper trade. Why? Because, well, you're going to see your eyes light up with a lot of great signals every once in a while, and you'll say to yourself, wow, this is great, and you'll jump in probably too quickly, and you'll lose money. And it's not because it doesn't work or it's not consistent, but it's because you're not following the rules. So please, we want all of our students to paper trade. And remember, our edge here is consistency. I know a lot of you think consistency means that there's a lot of winners. That's not what consistency means. Consistency is actually an awareness of losses, that you will have losses from time to time, but you want to make sure that you have more wins than losses, a kind of 2-step forward, 1-step back approach. That's what you should be looking for in a strategy, not a strategy that promises the world and hits home runs and will have you retiring in the next year. That's silly. I've been trading once again for 47 years. I've never seen anything that works like that. And if anyone promises you that, you should run right away. What you should be looking for is a consistent method, one that will sustain you like my methods have sustained me going on nearly 50 years. All right, so let's look at some examples of strategy number 5. Here are a couple of buy signals that were generated using strategy number 5, and look how the stock took off after the strategies were generated. It works to the downside as well. Here's an older chart of ADI. Okay, 2 sell signals are generated. Sometimes it takes a little bit to kick in, but ultimately the stock did kick in. But remember, we're talking about consistency. Not everything works all of the time. For example, here was a buy signal that was generated, and then look what happened after that. All right, this is the way most traders view trading with candlesticks. They say, well, I'm just not seeing that type of consistency that I like. So in order to have this supercharged candlestick trading, we need another component added along with trading with strategy number 5, and that's where we come to the PET-D. This is another tool I was first introduced to on the floor of the exchange. It's probably the most sensitive tool I know of determining what the short-term trend is. Now, the PET-D is an early trend detector. When I first had to use it on the floor, I had to calculate this formula by hand and by using a calculator, a handheld calculator. It was extremely cumbersome, and we wouldn't want anyone to go through what I used to go through for years. So what we've done is taken all the hard work out of it for you and made it into a proprietary color bar directional tool. So what we've done is, as we've seen here, made it simple to determine what the trend is. Now, most traders looking at this would say, well, okay, I see that the market is going up here in this older chart of Etna, but we're really not convinced that we're in an uptrend until usually right around this level. And that's when we figure it's okay to get in, and this is what usually happens, right? So what we want is something that's a little bit more fine-tuned that will tell us better off where to get in at these lower levels and where to get out at these higher levels. So the PET-D is a color bar tool. And what it does is It colors the bars green that are in a short-term uptrend and colors the bars red that are in a short-term downtrend. So you see, rather than knowing somewhere around here that we were in an uptrend, we would have known well in advance down here when we had consecutive green bars. That was telling us we're in an uptrend. And then when we had consecutive red bars, the market was signaling that we were in a downtrend. Now, this is totally based on market behavior. It's not based on any interest rates or anything what's going on economically. It's based on a tick-by-tick basis so that it's basically listening to the market. What we call the Pat D is a translator because it's translating what the market wants to do on a tick-by-tick basis. So how are we going to use this in conjunction with strategy number 5? Well, what we want to do is when we see a signal, we want to make sure it's in sync or in line with the Pat D. So in other words, if we get a buy signal, we want to make sure that the bar above the strategy 5 buy signal is colored green. So let's add the Pat D. All right, simply click it on our platform. It's as simple. Remember, I said everything is made simple on our platform. Click on Pat D, and the colors will automatically change. Now, what is the color or the outline of the bar above the buy signal? It's red. So that's telling us that these two things are out of sync. So we're not going to take the signal, and we would have saved a lot of money. See how powerful it is to add this short-term directional tool to your candlestick trading. So when we combine these two techniques, strategy number 5, along with the Pet D, we create what we call our candlestick combo, one of our most popular packages, trading packages we have at Specialist Trading and Pro Trader Strategies. Now, the candlestick combo rules are simple. We're only going to buy or sell strategy number 5 signals that are in sync with the Pet D, meaning that when we get a buy signal, there's going to be a little arrow below the bar. That means the bar has to be colored or outlined green by the Pat D. If we get a sell signal, we'll get a red little arrow above the bar. That means the bar needs to be colored or outlined red. If it is not, then we will not take the trade. Let me share with you some recent examples of using the candlestick combo. This is what really will supercharge your candlestick trading, okay? And remember, everything you're seeing is displayed coming off of our PTS Primo charting platform that makes candlestick trading simple. Okay, here's a chart in PCAR, okay? Obviously, we've been going higher. So the way we've been taught conventional candlestick trading is, well, if we're in an uptrend, we're looking for a reversal pattern, some type of a reversal candlestick pattern, but not with strategy number 5. It actually wants to be in sync with the trend. We click on strategy number 5 in the drop-down menu, click on signal arrow, and we look to see that there is actually a buy signal right here. Now, normally we would take that, but in order to really ramp up our odds for consistency, we apply the Pet D, meaning this is our candlestick combo. So we click on Pet D, and guess what? It's colored or outlined green. So this is a high probability candlestick trade. And look what happened. Coming into this first week of March, the stock was up 15 points. In fact, it went straight up. Now, if you missed that signal, there was another one just a few weeks ago to go long as well. Okay, see how simple this is? Now remember, this is not a black box system. We teach you, all of the rules that generate signals in strategy number 5, so you know exactly what it's based off of. But in order to check your work, it's simple. All you have to do is click it on our platform. Let me give you another example of this. All right, here's a chart of Apple coming into this month in March. Obviously, the trend is down, right? Conventional candlestick trading would tell us to look for a buy signal, a reversal pattern. Now here we have what's called a morning star. This is where we would usually buy. But using strategy number 5, which goes against the grain, we simply would click it on our platform, click on signal arrow, and we see here that we've got a sell signal. Now, which one are we going to take? Well, we obviously don't want to take the standard conventional morning star because there's really no consistency in standard trading of candlesticks. Let's supercharge our trading, but we want to take it up one more level by applying the Pet D. So on our platform, once again, click on Pet D. And yes, this is a candlestick combo valid setup. Why? Because the bar below the arrow is colored red. So those two things are in sync now, and the stock fell 18 points. Now, once again, you see there was no mention of what the market was doing. There was no mention of the economy, no mention of interest rates, no mention of what some guy was talking about in a blog about support and resistance. No, this is all based on market behavior. It's based on the chart in front of you. Remember, we want you to be in charge of your own trading decisions, not someone else. All right, here's an example in ISRG. This, once again, was just about 3 weeks ago. A buy signal was generated using strategy number 5. Once we apply the PET D, we see that it is a valid supercharged candlestick combo signal because the bar is outlined green. So it's okay to take this trade if you decide. Remember, it's your decision. Up 23 points coming into the first week of March. Here's a sell signal in Lulu, okay? This was in mid-February, just about a month ago. It was colored red by the PET D, so it's a valid supercharged candlestick combo sell signal. Now, we know a lot of traders don't like to go short. Some traders only like to go long. So let's say you were long Lulu. Well, you could have used this as an exiting tool rather than go short. You could have said, you know what, I'm going to get out because most likely, if this is a valid supercharged candlestick combo sell signal, most likely the stock's going to go down. So why do I want to stay long this? And that would have been a wise decision because the stock fell 25 points in the next week or so. You could have saved yourself 25 points. Here's an example in CEG, okay? Here's the power of using strategy number 5 with the PET D. Here's a strategy number 5 sell signal. Now, if you had just taken this sell signal based on strategy number 5, well, look what would have happened. You wouldn't have known that the PET D was not confirming this. Remember, in order to really ramp up your odds for consistency, you want to see the bar below the arrow also colored red. But it wasn't, so you wouldn't have taken this trade. And guess what? You wouldn't have lost a lot of money. Now, if you were still trading strategy 5, you could have taken advantage of this buy signal and potentially captured 57 points. And if you missed that, you could have taken advantage of this one that happened about a week or so later. So you see the beauty of applying the high probability strategy 5 along with a very sensitive PET D tool. It really supercharges your candlestick trading. Let's look at this example in BIIB. This, once again, is where the supercharged candlestick combo can really help you. Now, these are 3 candlestick signals using strategy number 5. Which one should we take? Should we go long or should we go short? How do we know which one's going to work? Because nothing has really happened yet in the market. We're still kind of just going sideways. So this is where the PET D comes in handy. We apply the PET D, and we see that the bars above the buy signals are outlined red. So what does this mean? It means that the PET D is not confirming these buy signals. Therefore, we would not have taken these. And we move on to the sell signal. What color is the bar below the sell signal? It's colored red. So we will take that sell signal. Wise decision. You could have potentially captured 25 points coming into March. All right, let's look at Tesla. Okay, this was at the beginning of the year in January. Obviously, it's in a downtrend. This is where we're taught to look for a reversal pattern, to go long, right? This is conventional wisdom. This is Candlestick Trading 101. We're always looking for these reversal patterns. Strategy number 5 does the opposite. It doesn't want to go in sync with what conventional wisdom says. It wants to actually trade with the trend, and it generated 2 sell signals here. But in order to confirm that with the really potent and sensitive PET D, we want to make sure that the PET D colors both of these bars red. So let's apply the PET D. And yes, it did. So these are valid, confirmed candlestick combo sell signals. And look what happened. We've all seen Tesla. Tesla has been going down. It fell 37 points. Here's an example in KLAC. Now, obviously, the trend has been going up, but we had a strategy number 5 buy signal. It's outlined green. So it's a valid strategy number 5 and candlestick combo signal. Look what happened, 110 points coming into March. Here's an example in Charter, CHTR, okay? Once again, supercharged candlestick combo sell signal. Why? Because strategy number 5, according to all the requirements and rules, generated a sell signal, but on top of that, it's colored red by the PET D. The stock fell 92 points in just 2 weeks, okay? So see how you can really supercharge your candlestick trading by applying a really high probability strategy, strategy number 5, along with the PET D. Now, we can apply this to other markets, other time frames. Here's NVIDIA, a 30-minute chart, and this was just a week ago. This was on the 6th, coming into the 7th. Now, a buy signal was generated just using strategy number 5 on a 30-minute time frame, okay? We apply the PET D, and we see that not only are all the bars colored green, but the one above the buy signal is colored green. So this is a very positive sign. Had you held the position just for one day, you could have potentially captured 40 points. And another signal was generated the very next day as well. So it doesn't matter what time frame, and it doesn't matter what market. Here's an example of gold, okay, XAU USD, okay, a buy signal was generated using the daily bars up 125 basis points coming into this month. Or what about a 4-hour chart of the dollar yen, okay? We see here that the currency pair fell out of bed on a 4-hour time frame. Look at all the sell signals that were confirmed using the PET D and strategy number 5, supercharged candlestick trading. You could have potentially captured over 280 pips. That's close to $2,900 per unit, okay? Potentially you could have captured. This is what we mean by applying supercharged candlestick trading. It goes against the rules of ways we were taught to trade candlesticks, and it confirms it with the PET D. So let's recap what we shared with you today. Only buy or sell strategy number 5 signals. This is our premier candlestick strategy. Strategy number 5, only buy or sell them that are in sync with the PET D. So ask yourself, do you think these two methods, strategy number 5, along with the PET D, can help your trading for the remainder of 2024? Now, I would say the majority of the examples I just shared with you happened within the last month, some within the last 2 weeks. These setups are happening over and over and over again. They're very consistent. Sure, you will have setups from time to time that are not profitable, that don't work out. But remember, we're looking for consistency. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Now, if you think this method can help you going into 2024, we have a great attendee discount for all of you taking the time out to come to today's presentation. We're going to offer you our Candlestick Combo Special. This is the way to supercharge your candlestick trading. That's strategy number 5, along with the PET D tool. You'll get instant course access. In fact, you'll be able to be up and running as early as today. You'll get detailed video instruction. You'll learn all of the entries, exits, and stop placements for strategy number 5, the complete course rules. But on top of that, you'll also get the color bar tool, the PET D. And with that, as an extra bonus, you're going to get 4 PET D trading techniques included. Okay? These are just separate techniques, not using strategy number 5, different ways in which to apply the PET D. So a lot of our students sign up for this course, and then they see that they're really mostly trading with the PET D because there's 4 different techniques that you can apply using the PET D to any market and any time frame. All right. Now, everything you saw today was using our platform. So we'd like to throw in a full year of the platform, and not for $17.65, what it would normally cost you. We're going to throw in a full year absolutely free. So you'll get 12 months free if you sign up for the Candlestick Combo course, okay? Now, we're going to discount the course on top of that as well. But included with the PTS Primo charge, you're not only just going to get Strategy 5 and the PET D, but a host of other tips, techniques, and methods that I've accumulated in my 47 years. Most of these things you won't find anywhere else on any other platform because I've taken them from my days on the trading floor, okay? Things like the automatic exit levels, strength of trend tool, the scanner that is just one click away that you can scan for these nightly setups. But remember, the PET D is what I feel worth its weight in gold. You're going to be getting the PET D along with 4 distinct tools that you can help you trade. Let me just share with you how powerful just the PET D by itself could really help you. Let's look at this example here in TXN, Texas Instruments, okay? Now, this just happened just a few weeks ago. Obviously, we're in an uptrend, okay? Now, most traders would say, okay, we're in an uptrend, so I really don't need this stuff because I do pretty well with candlesticks. And guess what we have here? We have a classic bearish engulfing pattern. This is a reversal pattern, and this is the way I was taught to trade. I'm saying what someone might say who's a candlestick trader. And so this is the way they would look at trading candlesticks, the traditional way. But in my opinion, this is why candlestick trading in its traditional way doesn't really work. It doesn't show a lot of positive results because had you just taken that trade and you had sold right there based on that, well, look what would have happened. You would have lost money. And this is why most traders fail with candlestick trading. But applying just the PET D by itself look how you would have actually avoided this altogether. So you can apply the PET D to any strategy, any method that you're currently using, and use it as a confirmation tool. And you would have seen here, if you had a sell signal, not to take this trade, and you would have not have lost all of this in consistent losing that usually comes along with candlestick trading in its conventional means. This is the beauty, and this is just one of the components you'll get in the Candlestick Combo Special. A year from today, you will have wished you became a member of the Candlestick Combo course. Supercharge your candlestick trading. Take advantage of this great discount. Let me share with you what it is, okay? Now, normally, if we break this down, if you get the Candlestick Combo, that's Strategy 5, along with the PET D tool, along with the 4 separate trading techniques with the PET D, along with educational correspondence, along with a full year of the platform, it would normally cost you close to $5,500. There's no way we're going to charge you that today. We're going to slash that by 45%, all right? What we're going to do is bring it down to $29.95. You'll save close to $2,500, but here's an even better bonus. We're not even going to stop there. If $29.95 is still too much for you to come up with, you can still be up and running as early as today by taking advantage of our super discount, which means you'd only have a one-time payment of $497 and just establish a monthly payment of $97 per month. So you don't have to pay the $29.95. You could just come down with $497 today and just establish a $97 payment per month, and you could be up and running as early as today with the Candlestick Combo, along with the PET D, along with a full year of the platform. So either way you decide to go, paying in full $29.95 with a 45% discount, or taking the super discount of a one-time fee of $40.97 and a monthly fee of $97, you'll still get a full year of the platform. This is a great, great offer, a great way to supercharge your candlestick trading, okay? Here's how to take advantage of this. Remember, you're going to get a full year of the platform included, whichever way you decide to go. So contact my sister site, Pro Trader Strategies. They're in charge of all the discounts. They're in charge of all the tech support. They are manning the phones right now at area code 310-598-6677. They would be happy to answer any question that you may have concerning the discount or concerning the platform or the strategies. There's absolutely no obligation. Or if you're interested right away, they could take your order over the phone, but don't feel obligated on the first phone call that you have to purchase something. Remember, you're going to get a recording of this. You can watch it over and over again as long as you'd like, so you can have a better feel exactly of what you're paying for. But they're there to answer any question you may have. So give them a call if you're interested at all, okay? Now, I promised you I would answer any question. We are at the end of today's educational presentation. So if you have a question, go to your chat box or to the question and answer box. It makes no difference. I'll open up both of them, and I'll answer any question that you may have. Someone's asking, what if I have trouble? I have not been trading for that long, and sometimes things are a little bit fuzzy for me to understand. Well, here's the best thing about all of our courses. It doesn't matter if it's a candlestick course or something else. Everyone who is a student of mine gets my private and personal email address, okay? Only students are able to get that. So if you ever have a question, something doesn't make sense, or you're not sure that you're doing something correctly, remember, you can email me whenever you'd like. I get emails all the time from my students in this course as well as other courses. I get them before the opening. I get them after the close. I even get them on the weekends. It makes no difference, and I'll answer them at those times as well. So if you're ever confused or if you're ever not sure, don't worry. I'll be there with you every step of the way and answer your email. You can always send me snapshots, or if you're saying, hey, Steve, I was looking at XYZ stock at this time frame. I'm studying and I'm paper trading, but is this a valid candlestick combo buy signal? I just wanted you to confirm for me. And I can do that. I do that with students all the time. So don't worry and feel like, well, you're being thrown to the wolves, and good luck. You have to learn this on your own. I'll be there with you every step of the way, okay? Someone's asking, how long is this offer good for? Well, usually the offers are only good till the weekend, or maybe to the beginning of the next week. So, I'm not trying to, press that you have to make a decision today, but if you're at all interested and you do like to trade candlesticks, this would be something I would suggest. Maybe watch the video today and then contact Pro Trader Strategies right afterwards, okay? That way you will be able to, make a decision off of what you've seen, and they can hold the deep discount for it, okay? Remember, that number is area code 310-598-6677. This is a great way to trade. I use the candlestick combo in my own personal trading. It's something that I was taught. I've been using over 4 decades now with my personal trading. I really think it can elevate your trading as well. Okay. If you have any questions, please contact Pro Trader Strategies at 310-598-6677. Okay, if there are no further questions, let's take one last look at our disclaimer here. Remember, I showed you a lot of performance results, but we can in no way guarantee that any of the results I share with you will be repeated in the future. All examples were strictly for educational purposes only. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday. I really wish you the best of luck, but mostly look forward to all of you becoming students of mine in the Candlestick Combo course. Supercharge your candlestick trading. I hope to see you in class. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.